Therapists, it is time to stop competing, for new clients, to stop competing on price, to stop competing for great employees. And I'm not saying that you don't want great clients, that you don't want great employees, that you don't want a great profit, all of that kind of stuff. But competition in the traditional sense is not the way to get it. It's not going to feel good. And often what happens is that people start to get into this very like famine mode, and they start to just feel like, oh my gosh, I have to do this thing right this second. I have to invest all this money in this thing or in that thing or in this person or in this, thinking that that is magically going to keep them afloat. They get fearful about the business. They get fearful about the future. Even my clients where they have very successful businesses, successful profit, they have a great team, there is often this like underlying fear that if they are not going 1,000% and really watching everything that's happening, that everything is going to fall apart the next day. And that isn't what it takes to be in this business long term. It is not about competition. It's about knowing who you are, and it's about standing out, allowing yourself to be seen, by the clients that you can do your best work with, allowing your employees to be seen by the people they can do their best work with, allowing your business vision to be seen so that when the right employee sees it, they are like delighted to come and work for you. Right now, especially, there is a huge surge in demand and need for mental health care. And I see a lot of therapists in this moment simply saying yes to everything. And many of them are feeling overwhelmed and burnt out. And they're really realizing that it isn't about just seeing as many clients as possible. It isn't just about, well, if I had a full caseload, that all of my problems would be solved and I would love my business. It is about making sure that you have a clear vision for your business and that the people that you're attracting and that you're saying yes to, that they fit into that vision, that you're doing your best work and that people are getting great outcomes and that they are telling their friends about what you are doing in this business, right? And I think this is so important to know that whatever that dream is that you have internally, that you think, oh my goodness, I wish I could have a practice that looked like this, you can have that. In fact, I don't know how many of you guys have heard of Elliott Connie. He's huge in the solution-focused brief therapy world. And the solution-focused brief therapy is not the like most common private practice building strategy. It requires attracting a lot of people because people are only coming in for a brief amount of time. And it requires really a different mindset and attracting a particular type of client who's going to have great outcomes with that. And he's going to be talking about how he knew what his vision was and who he was as a therapist and how he wanted to stand out and how he created this thriving practice and thriving consulting, coaching, speaking, training business just by knowing who he was and allowing himself to be seen, allowing himself to stand out to, again, the potential clients, to employees, to people that want to hire him for speaking, all of these things. So I'm super excited, but there's thousands of stories like that. And if right now your practice is like full to the brim and you're still feeling like you're feeling really exhausted, this may be a time to really start to readjust and reimagine. If you're someone who your practice is not full and you're feeling kind of worried, or maybe you're just starting out, know that it isn't about the right Facebook ad or about being cheaper than the person down the road. It is about you knowing who you are and how you do great work and allowing that to stand out, allowing that to be seen. So what are your questions? Where are the places that you're struggling right now in your private practice in terms of competition, fear, questions? Like, let me know, let us know so that we can support you and connect you with the right resources. We have our free community where we've got lots of free resources for people. We have our free trainings that you can access anytime. And again, get connected with other therapists like you who want to be happy in private practice. You want to be physically healthy in private practice. You want to be financially healthy, both in business and in your personal life, right? Like, it's an interesting thing that in our profession, for someone to be happy in private practice and be financially healthy and to have a balanced life where they're not working 1,000 hours a week, that stands out. That is not the norm. That's probably not what your mentor does. That's probably not what, like, the professor that you had in graduate school did. They probably were working every hour, shoving it all in. And so we are at a place, I think, especially in our profession, where we're reassessing and readjusting and making some shifts. And it's okay to go against the grain. It's okay to stand out. It's okay to be different, when it means that you're being healthy, and also when you're being clinically relevant and impactful, right? Can I get like a yes? Like, who's in? Who's in to really stand out in the best way? Not because you're looking for people to look at, look at me, I'm so great, but where you're like, I want people to go, wow, that is a great therapist. They know themselves. Wow, that's someone who lives with ease. That's someone who's financially healthy. That's a business that's just solid. Who's in? Yeah, I want to hear from you. So, anywho, if we're doing these weekly lives. We won't be in next week because we will be taking a much needed vacation. But if you have topics that you'd love to hear us share about, you can post those in the comments, or you can come over into our free community as well. It's a free app on your phone. There's no ads. There's no weirdness like, Facebook ads. In Facebook groups, sometimes it's like we've got ads and drama and like lots of conflict happening. It's not happening over in our community. It's not something where you have to mix your personal life and your professional life. So if you want to come and join us, check out zennyme.com, and we can get you connected in with that free community, free membership, which is great. People are trying to sell you stuff all the time. Won't sell you anything. Anywho, talk to you guys soon. And again, if there's topics you want to see covered in these lives, post them in the comments. Want to hear from you.